So that's enough for the Lightbee. I think it's a great for DoorDash. If you have a Lightbee and you want to do DoorDash, I'd say go for it, man. It's a great bike. That being said, what I think is a better delivery vehicle is an electric bicycle. So if you can get one of them fancy electric bicycles for like say half the price of the Lightbee, like $2,000, and that can do like 20-25 miles an hour in a bike lane pretty easily. Yeah, I would say that's a better way to go. Plus you're not paying any kind of insurance and stuff. I mean, you still gotta lock it up and type of stuff, but yeah, you know, you're not out there pedaling all the time. You know, you don't have to pedal all the time. But yeah, and also if your electric bike runs out of power, you could pedal at home. You can't do that on the Lightbee unless you have the pedal kit. So yeah, if you have the pedal kit, you know, I've never ridden a Lightbee with the pedal kit. I heard it sucks. So. So I'm just gonna tell you now. I heard it sucks. So I would much rather ride it like a motorcycle. So that being said, I have a Victory Impulse that I do deliveries on, the electric motorcycle, and that one's a pretty good one. It gets 60 miles of range, so it gets double of what the Impulse does. It's fast enough to go on the freeway, you know, and it doesn't eat up gas like the Lightbee too. So it's still good. Only thing I don't like is the tires are more expensive on it. The chain is more expensive on it. You know, all these items that wear out cost a lot more to replace on this motorcycle because it's got like super sport bike components type stuff. You know, very very expensive components. Where the Lightbee is not as expensive. Like the chain is like $20 to replace. The tires cost less than $100 to replace. Brake pad. Well, the brake pads are kind of crappy on the Lightbee, but if you have regenerative braking, it helps a lot. Just try not to use the brake as much. Yeah. So but yeah, you can go on the freeway and stuff, and it has better wind protection, and yeah, it has better wind protection than the Lightbee. The Lightbee has like no wind protection. Generally you want to take the Lightbee out for warmer days, and it's good to take it out on warmer days because it doesn't generate any heat, so it's not gonna cook you like an internal combustion engine. I do deliveries on this bike. I've done a couple on the DR650. This one right here, and yeah. So at night I'll notice like the bike is nice and warm. I like it. At night on this thing, when it dips into like the 50s, you'll be miserable on it, and unless you're wearing some, I'm even wearing my winter gear and all that stuff, and I'm still miserable on it, and it just drains your energy. By the end of the day, you're just tired, you know. So I don't really like riding the Lightbee at night. Generally in the day, I'll do it in the daytime. So, but I've done it a couple times at night, and like. Once the sun comes down, it's just miserable, you know. Unless it's like a summer night, you know, type of thing. It's like 70 degrees at night, and yeah, go for it. The lights are great on my Lightbee too. So yeah. So internal combustion bike is better at night. In the daytime, the electric bike is better in the daytime. And the cold weather will like reduce your range too. So you're gonna want to ride this thing in like nice weather. Nice weather is the best time to ride it, but I mean, anytime is okay, I guess. But it's not like, you know, you're out there to make money, you know. So don't let the weather stop you. But when it rains, Hades Omega doesn't ride. I will take my car. So and that being said, I've done a bunch of deliveries in the car too. So when I know I need to go to the distance, or if I know the weather sucks and I want to be in some place that's sheltered, or if I know I like, the good thing about a car is that you can put a lot of food in a car, man. You can put pizzas in the car. I have delivered a pizza on this, but you gotta hold it. You gotta hold the pizza. You can't put it in their bag. So that's what sucks. And also that being said, for delivering on bikes, bicycle bag, bicycle delivery bag, get one. It's totally worth it, man. And even if you weren't gonna use it for DoorDash, you could use it to go out and buy food. When you're hungry. so yeah, it's amazing what you can do with the delivery bag. I've put like a whole bunch of food. You can put different tiers. You can put the drinks on the bottom, the food on the top, that type of thing. You can bring so much stuff. And the good thing about the Lightbee is if you manage to fill that bag up all the way, you can still hold it with your left hand. You can ride with one hand, and you can do it pretty easily. And you're not going super fast. On my electric motorcycle, the Impulse, I kind of don't want to do that. I don't really have to shift on that bike because it has 6 speeds, but I don't really have to shift in town. In town, I don't have to shift because, but if I do go on the freeway, I have to shift up at least to the 2nd or 3rd gear. That's the good thing about the Lightbee. You can ride it. If you had like a zero motorcycle that has like no clutch, you could probably do that too. The good thing about my Impulse is it has a trunk, and you can put stuff in the trunk, but be careful what you put in the trunk. It's gonna get like, it's gonna be subjected to more forces and stuff. It's gonna be bumped around more. Like I wouldn't even put drinks in there, even if the drinks were sealed. Like they jump unless you got it really secure in there. It jumbles around and it could get punctured, and then a big mess, Delivery backpack because it's more stable, as long as you're not moving your body all over the place, you're not gonna spill anything. I haven't really spilt anything in there. I did have like a Happy Lemon drink that fell down one time because it was really narrow and tall. It was really annoying, but find a way to brace. You can find a way to brace stuff that's inside the delivery bag. But yeah, definitely Hades Maker highly recommends you get delivery bag. It's totally worth it. This guy right here, this is what I use. I did a video on this. But this is my delivery bag, and this is my lock right here. I carry all this stuff with me all the time when I'm delivering. So yeah, good stuff. So yeah, that's my experience with the DoorDash. I made $3,000 in 45 days, so that's really good. It's become my primary source of income now. For now, I would still like to do Uber rides, but after this coronavirus thing is over, then But that's a good thing. It's a good thing because I'd be hurting for money right now if I hadn't done DoorDash. It's a lot of people just stay home and they just order food now, so that's a good thing for DoorDash and Uber Eats, But I feel like that DoorDash, if you want to make more money, DoorDash is the way to go. I haven't tried Grubhub or Postmates, but that's my experience with DoorDash and Uber Eats. You can make more money with DoorDash. I like that Uber Eats app a little better. The one thing about the Uber Eats app, you know what? Both the apps kind of do it. Sometimes they send you some kind of far places, like 6-10 miles, and like I had I had like an 8-mile one yesterday in the Prius. So I mean, if I'm in the Prius, I don't really care, man. That thing will chomp up the miles, no problem. But I gotta put gas in it. That's the problem. So, but yeah, that one can really go to distance. But like on the motorcycle, if you get a really long one like that, like sometimes it's really hard to tell on the map how far it's going to. You just have to kind of look and see. Yeah, actually, when you're about to accept it, it tells you how many miles you're going to be driving. If it says more than 6 or something, like you might want to think like of not accepting that. It might not be worth your time. Just weigh the how much you're gonna make and like how much you're gonna ride type of thing. Like sometimes you can go a long distance and you won't make jack shit, man, because they're not gonna give you a good tip or this DoorDash don't pay you that much. Then it's not worth it. Then I would decline that one. So I'm sorry for that person that wanted to get that food delivered, but you're gonna have to find another driver type of thing. So find somebody that's willing to do that. Yeah. So sometimes you kind of have to pick your battles type of thing. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I did it. $3,000 in less than 90 days, like for half that time. So this just makes you think like I could probably made $6,000, But I was doing it pretty much full time. I've been doing it like 5 days a week type of thing. Because of the coronavirus, I don't want to be out there exposed to the virus too long, That said, I haven't gotten sick yet, so at least I don't think so. I'm sick with like allergies and stuff, but I don't think I've got the coronavirus yet, or I've already beaten it, type of thing. But anyway, so yeah, that was my experience with DoorDash. I'm gonna continue to do it. I got a story about like something that happened during DoorDash, and then they blame me for it, type of thing. But I will make a separate video on that story. And it's a good thing I had a camera. I had a camera and I took a picture of the house and stuff. I do recommend you ride with a camera. And Hayes Omega, Hayes Omega's been doing the Hayes Omega DoorDash show on YouTube, his YouTube channel, and I've been getting video of me doing deliveries and stuff. I think you should just have that camera on, doing video taking video all the time, because you never know, somebody could say you didn't deliver it, and if you did deliver it, and they said you didn't, then because that's what happened in that video, and you have proof, you have video proof, you can show them like, hey, this guy's full of bullshit, I delivered that, so yeah, I highly recommend you ride with a camera. And the car, can't really do that. If you can find some way to have, you just ride with the camera. Like my camera will only record up to 2 hours, but if you can have some kind of camera that runs a long time, all the time, like a dash cam, I would say go for it. And the good thing is it's on my helmet, so like when I'm doing the delivery, like you can see you can see everything, so you have proof that you deliver it, type of thing. Because I've been getting some of these deliveries where like you leave them, or also a nice thing to have is a Bluetooth device on your helmet, like a Cena, so you can pair it up with your phone, and so if you need to call someone, you just call them and you can talk on your helmet, you don't have to do the speakerphone and all that stuff. It's much more convenient, and you can listen to music and stuff, and I get turn-by-turn directions when I use the map on my phone, so yeah. And speaking of phone, get a good mount for your bike. I'm using a slip grip. It's a custom mount for just my phone. It's been working fine so far. I haven't dropped my phone yet, so that's good. I'd imagine like if you were doing it on a light beat, it probably wouldn't be very fast that you're dropping it, so be okay. I have a good case on my phone. Yeah, so that's my DoorDash experience for the last not even 3 months, right? 2 months. I've been doing this for about 2 months now, and I made $3,000. That's pretty much almost enough money to pay the light bill off, but like I said, I've been making it my primary source of income now, so it was just supposed to be kind of like a side job type of thing, like I'm gonna do this for a couple hours in a day, and then I'm gonna do Uber at night, but then but the peak pay was like so good, man, I'm telling you. When they had those peak pay, and it's like you get an extra like $2, $4, $5. Yesterday was $6.50. They're giving an extra $6.50 on top of the delivery. That's like you're making double the money. You're literally making double the money plus the tip. So you're almost making triple the money if you get like a $5 tip or $6 tip. And I've had some people tip really well. This guy tipped me $25 to deliver like a bunch of chicken wings, to him. Yeah, some people tip really well, so that's a good thing about DoorDash. I feel like you get more tips. Well, just delivering food in general, you get a lot of tips. Not really cash tips. Sometimes I do get cash tips, so they'll give you like a couple dollars or like $5 or something, or $10. Like if you deliver to like a business, they'll give you some money, But most of the tips I get are in the app, so, and you'll see it in there. So unfortunately, the tips that you get in the app, you have to report because it's done through the app. So you gotta report it to the IRS type of thing, That's the drawback about that. So, like, it's not it's not saying like, yeah, you should report, you shouldn't don't do the right thing and like report your tips and stuff but Hazelmaker will not doesn't really want to report his cash tips, like, the cash tips. I don't really want to report those because I don't want to give that money to the government. It's a type of thing. So yeah, that's the drawback to having the online tips. And I don't really know how it works from the restaurant's perspective. I don't know how they make money doing this, man. Because they're the one that has the most cost involved. They gotta make the food. You're just paying for gas and stuff, and you're making money. But the restaurant makes money too. So yeah, it's been a pretty fun experience. It gives me an excuse to go riding, so I like it. I've been doing a lot more riding now that I've been doing DoorDash. So sometimes sometimes just to go out riding I'll do DoorDash. So it's fun for me. So if it's fun to do this, it's fun. It's challenging. It's not a job. You're having fun doing it. So. But sometimes, yeah, it can get annoying, like with the waiting and stuff for the food, and I'm out here to make money, I'm not here to sit around wait for a restaurant to prepare food type of thing. That's the one thing that Hades Omega, I don't like. It's just waiting for food to be prepared. When the food is ready, or the way it's supposed to work is when they say to pick up the food should be ready when you get there. That's the way it's supposed to work. But sometimes it don't happen. Sometimes the restaurant gets like bombarded with orders, and they just can't get everything out fast enough, and then that's when you have to wait a long time. I don't mind waiting 5 minutes for food to be prepared. That's fine. 10 minutes, okay. 15 minutes, that's way too long already. I could have done like 2 deliveries. Maybe done 2 deliveries in that time, So, yeah, I wouldn't wait more than like 15 minutes. So, and the thing is, like, if you've already waited 15 minutes, it makes it hard to cancel that. You're like, I've been waiting this long already. I wasted this much time. Let's just wait a bit longer, But that's the thing that sucks about doing this delivery thing when the food isn't ready. But if you have to wait a little bit, that's okay. Take a break, Take a bathroom break. Ask them for some water. Like that. I'll tell you this. Once the quarantine happened, all the restaurants changed. you can't sit down in the restaurant, and they won't give you a cup to drink some water. They won't let you use their bathrooms anymore. You can't do anything at the restaurants anymore. And that's what has gradually happened to now. Every week it got worse. Some restaurants, you can't even go in the restaurants right now. There'll be a table at the door, and you take an order from the door, and then there's another door where you pick it up. You can't even go in the restaurants anymore. So that's how bad it's gotten. Every week that's how it happened. That's how it kind of happened for Eddie's Omega. When I first started, you go in the restaurant, oh, hey, can I get a drink of water? Can I get a cup for water? And, you drink some water because, you're thirsty. And, oh, I got to use the bathroom. You can use that time. You can use that downtime that to pick the food up to go use the bathroom and stuff. And you can't even do that anymore. There's nothing out there, Yeah, you can't even go in the restaurant anymore, type of thing. And then you go in the restaurant and you can't. There's only certain places you can't stay next to other people, that type of thing. And then it's only to-go orders, which is not a big deal for DoorDash, but and then the next level was you can't even go in the restaurant anymore. You order here and you pick up there. That's it. and then I tried to get a Pearl drink the other week, and they don't even accept the orders at the front of the door anymore. You have to do it online. And then you pick it. They drop it at the front of the store and you pick it up. It's crazy now. You can't even. There's no interaction anymore. So yeah, they've gone to really extreme lengths during this quarantine. I'll tell you that, man. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. So that's how that's my experience delivering during the apocalypse. to tell you, the coronavirus 2020 apocalypse is what he calls it. Yeah, it's changed a whole lot, and I hope it gets better soon. You know, but like because of this disaster, you know, it I've been able to make money doing DoorDash, so okay, I can't complain. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So thanks for watching my videos. That's some of my insight on doing this insight and experience doing DoorDash. I think it's a good way to make money. You know, it's a good way to make money during the apocalypse. Provided you don't get sick. If you get sick, then you can't. You know, you have to stay home. Because they don't want you in the restaurants if you're like sick and stuff. So, thus far I haven't had to wear a mask or anything, but I wear a helmet, you know, and I have like a face shield. I can just put the face shield down, you know. It doesn't really protect you all that much, but hey, it stops stuff from getting in your face, right? So, it's probably better than a mask, you know. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So, but one thing, let's go take a look at my earnings before we go. Okay. Also, there's this promotion thing, so you can see here. Oh, look at this, man! If I wanted to make money today's my day off. I decided it's Sunday. I don't want to work today, so I'm not working. But if I did want to work right now, at 1600, if you go to Mountain View, you can make an extra $6.50 per delivery, just like yesterday. Hades Omega made $130. I think the most I've made with DoorDash was in my Prius, and I think I made close to $200. I almost made $200 in San Jose. That being said, I didn't like doing deliveries in Mountain View because everyone lives in a freaking apartment there, you know, and there's like a lot of driving and riding and you know, a lot of driving involved. I wouldn't go ride up to Mountain View on my electric bike to go do deliveries, but I would drive my Prius. So that being said, I put on 70 miles yesterday too. So I drove a lot more than normal. Normally in the car it'd be like 50 to 60 miles. You know, it's still a lot, but it's not as much as Uber. Like I can do like 100 miles in Uber. So, and then I would make the same money but drive more miles. So. So yeah, if during these peak pay times, man, you go. That's the times to drive, man. That's when you make the money. You know, I'm not saying you can't make money without the peak pay, but you know, it's nice when it's there. You know, so right now probably San Jose has nothing right now. Wow. So the area I live in has no peak pay. If I wanted to make this extra money, I'd have to go to either Santa Clara or Mountain View right now. So that's kind of sucky there. But I don't know what's up with Mountain View. Why they need so many more people in Mountain View to deliver. So yeah. So I want to go over my earnings during this time. So for a while, my earnings, it would go up every week, and so far I've kind of peaked. If you can see here, see. So I started in around February right here, and then so I went from just a little bit, and then making more and more and more and more, and then last week we kind of peaked. So you can see here I made $771 the first time, and then $222 the next week, and then $307 the next week, $532 the next week, $700. That was the highest I ever made. So I think I did it almost every day. That's nice. $700 a week. If you could make like $1,000, it would be even better. That was the golden days of Uber. I can make $1,000 a week. And this is working like mainly the peak pay. So that peak pay, it makes a big difference if you can get deliveries, and they generally take longer. And then next week after that, we made $639, and then we made $537 this week. So it's been slowly going down, but in the end, we made $3,081. So I've made that goal. Of where like, hey, you know, I can pay the light fee off, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't use the light fee the whole time. Sometimes I used the DR650 just so I could ride a bike, you know, a different bike. Sometimes I used the Impulse, but most of the time I did use the light fee, and then I used the Prius. Like if the weather was crappy, I would drive the Prius. Like if it rained or something, I would drive the Prius. So It's nice to have a heater and a roof over your head, you know, during those times. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do it all on the Lightbee, but I did most of it in the Lightbee. So but like I said, you're kind of limited to how much money you can make on the Lightbee because you can only be out there for 3 hours, and some of the peak pay periods are like 4 hours. 4 hours, so that's a long time. Some of them are like 4.5 hours or 5 hours, you know, and just the Lightbee just doesn't have the range to do that. If you had like an electric motorcycle, like a Zero motorcycle, they can get like 60 miles range in the city, or like my Impulse. That would be like the ideal, an electric motorcycle. That's what I think. Like a Zero motorcycle. The Impulse is okay, but it has that gearbox, so like, you know, you can change the gears and stuff. But like I said, you really only need to change gears when you hit the freeway. So around town, I just, you know, I'm in first gear or second gear most of the time. So yeah, that's my take on the Lightning. You know, it's too bad like you can't like really take it out there that long. But there's been like, sometimes I'll do what I call a double dash in the daytime. I'll deliver for 3 hours, maybe just like 2 hours. I'll come home, plug the bike in, and then like I'll be hungry and tired already, you know. So I'll eat lunch and just take a break for a while, and then we'll go back out for the evening. And generally by the time it gets dark, I'll probably be riding like an hour or two in darkness, and then go home. Maybe just like an hour in darkness, you know, because once the sun comes down, it gets cold. At least this time of year, once the sun comes down, it gets cold. It gets into like the 50s, and it's no fun to live at that temperature. It just sucks your energy out. So. All right, so thanks for watching. That's my Days to Mega experience, DoorDash experience there. Days to Mega out.